Okay, so let's get into it. A little bit about the TGV train, which is super fast, about 200 miles per hour in France. I love it because it's easy travel. I always go first class simply because they have wider seats, bigger aisles, as you can see. And sometimes you can have a compartment with two seats together and close off a door, or a single seat, double seat side by side, or even a table with four people. Now, on this train and in the seats, they have a light behind you that you can turn on when you're reading. They have two trays, one tray at the bottom that's smaller for a cup or something, one tray at the top if you're eating a meal. They also have an adapter that you can use to plug in your iPhone. At the top, they have mirror. They have a hook for hanging stuff. Anything, if you have a coat hanger, you can hang something up there. And it also has a footrest. Really nice. Also, in another cabin or another compartment of the train, another cab of the train, there is at the top a food service where they have snacks. They also have a machine that you can actually look up the snacks and maybe order from. I haven't ordered from that, so I really don't know if you can order, but there was a machine that you could actually order from. There are restrooms there in the hallway, right near when you're exiting or going down the stairs, because the TGV that I'm on was a double decker. So it was really nice. They do not play, meaning you have 5 minutes to get on and get off. When they say they're leaving, they're leaving. What I do like about them and their train system in France is that they have a good app. If the train is delayed, you do get a refund. So it's really nice. And the cost of these trips, one way, first class, could be anything from 18 to 20 euros, or 18 to $20, or euros. We say euros in the US. Now, if you're riding on the other trains that they have, which are not as luxurious, in a second class, it's more so like a bus or a tram. And I don't use them because a lot of people are begging on them, similar to what you see on the trams in Montpellier and different cities. They're begging. Much cheaper though. It can be the cost for a second class, €7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $12 up to one way. So either way is still a good deal. I'm very shocked that a lot of French people do not travel. And it makes no sense, because if we had something like that in the US, which we do, but majority in the US, people travel by car, which can be expensive with gas, or they travel by plane, which is very expensive, can get very expensive. You're talking at least 100 or more dollars. So the French are given so many resources that they don't utilize, and they just stay in their villages, don't go anywhere. I have no sympathy for them, none, because we are offered less. Even their highways are much nicer than ours. They're clean and not trash like we trash them in the US. They're what is it? Their rest stops. They have several different types of rest stops. They have rest stops with picnic tables, and rest stops with just picnic tables for those with campers or truckers. Then they have the rest stops with the restrooms. And sometimes those rest stops with the restrooms have vending machines outside. Can you imagine if that was in the US? The people would take those vending machines home and put them in their kitchen. I know Americans, they would steal them in a heartbeat, or just break the windows and take everything out. No, in France, they're nice, neat. It looks great. Looks great. Then they have the rest stops that have the food, the restaurants, the restrooms, the gas stations. Everything is immaculate and clean. They take care of their environment. They have a nice environment. We need to take some we need to take heed of what we're doing in the US, because we really trash our environment. We're like spoiled kids who have everything and we just don't care. But there's a different side too. We have in France people who have everything and they just don't do, which is kind of interesting. But I do love their system, their apps that they use to get around, their trains, their highways are beautiful.